We look at even broad-based government as formed today. It is formed, one would actually credit it to the Gen Z protest of 2024.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So as we talk about fine, we will look at who is a cog. We look at the regions and everything. There is equally a constituency that cannot be ignored, and that is the young vote. How does that make it difficult, even if it's for position of deputy president in the 2027 election?
I call it the October surprise. In the sense that it's a wild card hanging here. Our politics kind of shifted in 24. Why? Our politics always have those moments of changeovers. And it has been the case since the 50s, 60s. After World War II, the returnees came and said, wait a minute, we need to get our independence. And that culminated into the fight and clamor for independence. So that you look at the 40s and early 50s was the changeover. Subsequently, post-60s, when you came to the 60s, the fight for opposition started in the late 60s. The KPU led and all the rest. Again, another changeover. In the 70s, with the almost death of Jomo Kenyatta, change of the constitution movement, what have you, succession, again another changeover. In the 80s, the President Moi consolidated by instituting Section 2A that made it a one-party state, again another changeover. 90, 91, 92, the most upheaval, which was the clamor for multipartyism, which was more global, again another changeover. You come to 2002, massive, the first time opposition wins, a changeover. 2007 coming forward, coalition politics, changeover. 24 for me was another changeover. Why? For the first time, the young people had an impact. For the first time, the young people had an agenda. And for the first time, they had ability to influence. You know, for a long time, they have always been the energy and the vote. Y2K in 92 was to get the young people to give the energy, gunship and everything. But in 2024, they flipped the card. Tuko Kadi is another surprise in the sense that since 24, the rank and file politicians recovered their space quickly, broad-based happened, and there was a sense of certainty and peace that, look, the young people walipiga kelele ikatulia. Then they spring up out of nowhere. Parties are struggling now, whether opposition or government, to ensure they register voters. Then all of a sudden, the young people show up and say to Kadi, and it becomes the mainstay. So I feel going to 2027, the young people will be the wild card that you cannot ignore. However, another warning, I'll use Bangladesh. When the young people led a revolution, when it came to the voting, the mainstream political parties the BND still won, because beyond the mobilization, how do you leverage it into something? Keep an eye on the likes of Sifunas. Can they tap into this young emerging energy? And this young emerging energy is not just to vote. They are keen to come with agenda. They demand.
Are we
and the
seeing
president was even forced to come.
DP?
Not at all.
It's possible?
No.
Okay. So I think that's a good place to end it. Yeah, because Joshua Kiptoo, advocate of the High Court, are having discussion